you is known as the guest operating system. So this virtual machine is just a complete execution environment which uh, execute the different services, and it behaves like a physical computing machine, but it is not exist in the uh, real environment. So it is just a virtual instance which runs the different applications or the services, and the multiple VMs can be created on the top of the virtualized physical machine. Okay, so here till now we have seen the how the computing system in conventional or traditional computing system was working. So there was not scalability, or there was the issue of scalability. So up to a certain limited limit, you were able to provide it, or you were able to provide the more number of server in case of uh, s- high service demand, and fault tolerant facility was not there. If your service or your server get crashed due to some due to any a technical issue or maybe some other issue, then your system was not able to deal with that problem without disturbing to the running services. And the services were not migrable there. So the several issues was there in the conventional computing, and then we just seen there was after the few decades, the new technology like virtualization have been evolved, and that virtualization technology just to transform that computing system to a new computing system. And this computing system is just represented to the users in the form of cloud computing system. So virtualization just to change the computing model by allow the sharing of the resources, and it provided the fault tolerant capability of the uh, fault, fault tolerant capability to the system. And several it also give provided the several benefits to the computing system. So in classical computing, what we need to do, so in classical computing, what we were doing. So we were just if we are trying to enable the computing facility to the people, then what we need to do there? So we need to purchase on dedicated hardware and system software applications, and uh, on the behalf of the user demand, we just purchase the number of physical machines or the hardware and the operating systems and the applications. And after purchasing the on hardware and software and other resources, we need to install them, configure them, and after configuring them, we need to test them, and after testing we need to verifying and evaluating. So all these steps we require to make this setup to ready or to use the system. So here in classical computing, the service provider just rapidly doing what they are doing. They were doing just purchasing or buying the new hardware and the softwares and the application, installing the applications, installing the system, deploying the system, configuring, testing, verifying, evaluating, and after doing all these things regularly, you need to manage all the systems. And in classical computing, all these steps you need to perform in every 18 months. And finally, the service provider or the service consumers here need to pay for the high expenditure cost for the services, because the whatever the resources were required to enable the services, the resources were purchased by the service provider dedicatedly, and they need to pay for each and every resource that they require. And in a cyclic way of 18 months, every service provider or the service enabler was required to perform these certain steps. So here the service provider is also just paying the high expenditure cost for the services. So after this classical computing and with the implementation of virtualization technology, the new computing system came into existence, and this computing system was known as the cloud computing system. So what the cloud says, so cloud just says that instead of buying or purchasing on dedicated physical machines, you can just subscribe the services instead of doing this step. So you need not here to purchase on hardware, software, operating systems, or other networking components. So here only you need to subscribe the services, and simply you need to use the services without installing the services or the servers, or deploying the servers, configuring the servers, testing, verifying, evaluating, and managing. So here you don't require to do all these repetitive tasks. Here you need to only just use the subscribed service. So services can be used here after subscribing. So you need to only subscribe the services, and then you may use the services. And the unique beauty of this cloud computing system, only here you need to pay only for those services which you actually have been consumed. So based upon the uh, amount or the time you have consumed the particular service, or uh, the service can be charged, or normally the quality of service is just considered for charging to the, or for generating the bill for the of the users. So here ultimately users need only pay for those services which they actually consume based upon the quality of service they have experienced. So we will talk about how these quality of service terms and conditions are estimated, and these quality of service terms and conditions are mentioned in the agreement, or this agreement in cloud is known as the SLA, which is the service level agreement. In this SLA, all the terms and conditions related to the quality of service is are mentioned in this SLA document or service level agreement. So anything you want to ask, you may please ask till this PPT. Yes, please. Anyone? Okay. So participants, can we take a few minutes rest or break?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will continue after few minutes. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So, what are the things which we required in classical computing? We talked about we need to buy each and everything which required for enabling the computing or the other ICT services. So in order to complete or enable that, we need to we need to purchase the hardware, software, system, applications, and so many other components also. And then we need to install them, configure them, test them, verify them, and we need to evaluate them. So we need to do all these things, keep without installing, configuring, testing, verifying, evaluating. We cannot use the system, otherwise it may fail, it may not produce that result which you desire, and it may give you error results. So ultimately you need to do these practices to make your system ready to use, and you need to regularly manage the system. You need to regularly find out the outdated software, outdated hardware, and the uh, you need to replace the outdated hardware and software components. And finally, several things you need to required in order to manage all the computing system services, or the all the services which you are being allocated to the consumer. And finally, all these things you need to do in every 18 months for providing the continued service to the consumers. And ultimately, in this classical computing, you need to do or you need to pay for the high expenditure cost for the services. And uh, okay, there is a new trend or new way of delivering the computing services, which is the cloud computing, where the cloud, what it says, it just says you don't need to buy on dedicated or on personal hardware, operating system, applications, or the other component. And you don't need to install, configure, test, verify, evaluate, manage. Here, you know, need to only subscribe or rent the services. So here, you need only subscribe the service, and after subscribing the service, you can directly use the services. So everything, whatever you are doing here, all these things are done by the service provider at the back end. So at the front end, you just only subscribe the service and use the service. So they don't need to do all these things. So they are only need to subscribe the service and use the service. And the unique beauty of this cloud computing system is only and only pay for those services which you have consumed, or which on the basis of quality of service which you have experienced during the service accessing. So here, instead of paying the full money or the complete value for all the all the infrastructure or whatever you subscribe or you have purchased, you need only pay for the time or amount of service you have consumed. So for that, you are using the You have just imagine you just uh, subscribe the 100 GB space from any service provider, and this 100 GB space is just $1 per month or $2 per month. So, like in this way, sometime you may be charged based on the basis of timing or time constraint, or sometime you may be charged like the you have subscribed a virtual server in the form of virtual machine. So, sometime you may require how many number of hours or minutes or computation you have used. So several factors are there for the different services which on the basis of the consumers in cloud computing are charged. So ultimately the cloud just says to the consumers you need to only pay for those services which you have consumed on the basis of several factors. So several definitions are there of cloud computing, and the cloud is just cloud here represents the virtual server, uh, and computing is the computation which is happening over those virtual server. So the meaning of cloud computing is just that the virtual servers which are available over the internet. So the cloud means here the virtual server which are available over the internet. And several definitions are there of the cloud computing which have been given in previous decades to define the cloud computing. And by reading out these definitions, you will see that with the change of the services with respect to time, the definitions of cloud computing system also have been changed. If you see toward the first definition, then you will see that a style of computing in which massively scalable IT capability, IT capabilities are provided as service using internet technologies to the multiple external customer. So if you see this definition, you will see that a style of computing in which massively scalable means you can scale out your required resources. If you require the 10 services for 10 hours, then you may use those 10 services for 10 hours. If you suddenly require for 20 hours, then you may continue with those services for the 20 hours. Or even if you require the 100 services or 100 servers, then you may use the 100 servers just by putting your request to the service provider. internet technology. So IDC is again defining this cloud computing definition, and it is saying that an emerging IT development, deployment, and delivery model. So it is saying that it is an emerging IT development, and after the development, deployment is there, and delivery model is there, and enabling real-time delivery of products. So it is saying that it is a model where the real-time delivery of products, and what are these products? Services like applications, softwares, platforms, IDs, service, and the computation services. So it is enabling the real-time delivery of products, services, and solutions over the internet. And it is just like a it is a model for enabling the different products, different services over the internet. And another definition which is defines the cloud computing as it is a highly economic model for enabling the ICT resources, or for allocating the ICT resources to the consumers, and it is a just combination of grid computing, virtualization, utility computing, hosting, and software as a service. So cloud computing is just a combination of these technologies, which we will talk in detail later. So Mary Mary Lynch also defined also given the definition for this computing model as the idea of delivering personal, like email, word processing, presentations, and business productivity application like Salesforce, automation, customer service, and accounting from this centralized servers. So here it is talking, the Mary Lynch is talking about the data center. So from the data centers, the service provider are delivering the personal products like email, word processing, presentations, and the business productivity applications like the Salesforce, automation, and the customer. If you see towards this definition, you will see that here we are only talking about some applications. So here all the definitions are focusing on the few things, or these limited services like the applications are being to the consumers. So initially these definitions were given by the different persons or peoples to define the cloud computing system. And with when we will discuss all these definitions, we will see that there will be change in the definitions. And these definitions were given at the time when the cloud computing system just was started with the enabling of software as a service. So the first model which was started in cloud computing was software as a service by enabling the different services in cloud computing. Okay, so Anything you want to ask till now, you may ask, please. Yes, you may ask if you want. Okay. So, okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here and listening me so patientfully. So, thank you, everyone. Yes, please. Okay. So, we are Sabri. We are yes. We have a plugin in this browser, so it will automatically record your attendance. Okay.
Okay, sir.